welcome back to our channel. We are going to be doing a fun little video today. Anything involving dogs is so much fun. So I have a little list on my phone here so I don't forget stuff to tell you guys. But Piglet and I are going to be going to Florida in the next few days, and I'm getting everything prepared for flying. And I remember my first time flying with her, I was like really nervous. I didn't know what to pack, and I watched all sorts of videos with all of this information in it. So I decided to do a little video myself. And I have a few things sitting out here, and I'm going to show you guys a few things. And Yellow and Savannah aren't going to be coming along, so she's just going to keep chilling in the background on the couch there. I'm surprised she's even back there because you are so cute. Why are you looking at me like that? She's like super camera shy. The second I turn on the camera, she runs away. So I'm shocked that she's just like chilling. But Piglet is ready to be on camera at all times. Are you ready to go to Florida? You ready? She has food all over her face. She just ate. I love you so much. So the most important thing I can think of, like absolute most important thing, is obviously dog food. Now this video can be for traveling in a plane, a train, or an automobile. Planes, trains, and automobiles. If you know that movie, like this video. It's a really good movie. But we are flying, so I'm just getting a list of things together. So this goes for flying or any other type of like transportation. The most important thing I can think of is dog food. You need to bring food for your little babies so they don't starve to death, right honey? So I have Piglet's food here in a Ziploc bag, a freezer Ziploc bag, and I have enough to last her for when we're going and a little bit extra. We're not going for long at all, so I did like a few extra scoops, like maybe 4 or 5 extra scoops. So I have her dog food here, and I'm actually going to be putting this in my suitcase, which is not going to be going with us. I really love to pack light whenever I bring Piglet anywhere. It's basically like whenever you have a baby, it's all about the baby. It's no more like about you. No more like room for your suitcases. It's all about the diaper bags and the beds and the blankets and everything for the baby. It's no longer about you. So everything is focused on her to make things less stressful for her, less stressful for me. So I bring a small little suitcase, and luckily whenever we go to Florida we usually ship one of our cars down there, so we're taking the Corvette this time. She's looking out the window right now. So I like to put my things in the Corvette, so whenever it gets shipped down there, my stuff goes down with it, and I don't even have to worry about it in the airport. So I just bring like a little book bag with me with all of her stuff in it that she will need, which is basically what I'm going to talk about today. But this food is going to be going in my suitcase today and shipped down with the Corvette today. So I'm going to leave this aside here and put it back in my suitcase. But if you don't have that option of doing that, I would, if I didn't even have that option, I would be putting my suitcase under the plane and everything. So the things that like I don't want to carry, like this is pretty heavy to be putting in my carry-on bag, which is going to be having my laptop and everything. I would still put this in my suitcase and put it under the plane. Meds is the next thing on my list, so medication. I am keeping her up to date before we leave on everything like flea and tick, and she's doing the zoomies. She's crazy. So anyways, I am going to update her right before we leave. I'm going to update her on her flea and tick medication. I use Brevecto. And then I'm also going to update her on her heartworm medication. So she is all good to go, and everything's going to be fine whenever we're down in Florida. And you also need to update them on their shots, obviously. She's been updated on that. I keep her up to date, like really good on that. So you will need to keep them up to date on their shots and make sure that you have paperwork for that to show them to show the flight people at like the desk where you check in. So like that'll bring me into my next thing. You're gonna need some paperwork. I'm not gonna show this because it has like information on it and stuff, but you're gonna need paperwork. This is her rabies certificate. You'll want that, and you'll want any shot up-to-date paperwork and everything like that. Just make sure you're overly prepared. And then that'll bring me into my next thing. I always bring tags. So I like to make Piglet wear a harness, so I'll bring a harness as well. I like to make her wear a harness, but then I also have her put on her collar so she wears her tags. So the one tag has my phone number on it and her name, obviously. And then the other one is her rabies tag. So I make sure that I have that and that they're wearing it, because if they're wearing it, it's just a much easier check-in process to allow the doggy to go into plane. What is the next thing? Updated on shots, toys. The first time that I ever flew with Piglet, I got her a new little toy, and it was like a cute little doggy. I gave it to her to be like her flying buddy, since she was going to be in her little carrier down at my feet and not on my lap, and I figured it would, you know, help her through the process, because she loves toys. She loves toys more than treats. She's very toy driven, not food driven. She loved that toy. She was really, really connected to it. She was obsessed with it, and I'm really glad that that helped her. That toy unfortunately died. Somebody killed it. But she really liked it for the trip at the time being. This time I'm going to be bringing one of her little blueberries. She has 3 of these and she absolutely loves them. She broke the squeaker, so it's not going to squeak. I'd recommend bringing a toy that doesn't squeak, so they're not squeaking it all over the airplane. It's like a little girl with her dolly, or a little boy with his little blankie. So you want to think that way to make your dog as comfortable as possible. And then I also would bring a bed. This time I'm not going to. I'm just going to bring a big blanket. But a little bed you can bring. Since she's going to be sitting with me, I would set it on my lap and she could sit on my lap. She would have no interest in being at my feet. She wants to be with me like at all times. A bed or a blanket, I have a medium-sized blanket here, and I'm just going to fold it up. This is Stitch. That's what those teeth are. I'm going to fold it up, put it on my lap to make it like more comfortable for her, and she can sit on my lap. Or I can set it on the ground at the airport if she ever wants to just like lay on the ground, and it'll be more comfortable for her. Bones is the next thing. I have them sitting like up on a shelf here so she doesn't get them. I want them to be brand new and fresh. We bought 2 brand new bones, so she's very interested. You want to bring new toys and new bones and new treats for them, so they're very, actually not treats, I'll get to that in a second. But you want to bring new things so they're very interested, just like a baby. You want to bring brand new toys whenever you go on a trip, so they are as entertained for a little bit longer than they would be if it was like a toy that they already play with. Treats, you want to make sure that you bring something that they like, because whenever you go through security, you have to leave your dog behind. You have to go through security and make them sit and stay. So you want to make sure that it's a treat that they love, so they actually like sit and stay. I want to reward them whenever they do good. And baby wipes. I'm not going to bring this big huge thing. I'm going to get a little small travel size one. What is that? But you want to bring baby wipes, because like if they ever get dirty somehow, like if you give them some sort of treat that makes them dirty, I don't know, you can wipe off their face. And I'm bringing baby wipes to wipe off her paws, so whenever she walks all over the airport and then she sits on my lap, I will wipe off her paws, because it's, you know, a lot of sickness, disgusting stuff going around right now. So you want to make sure that you keep things clean and good to go, nice and fresh. So you want to make sure they're up to date on everything, all their meds. Make sure you bring treats, food, toys, comfy things to make them comfortable. Anything that will make them comfortable. You want to make their day as good as possible. Leash, I like to bring shorter leashes so she's closer to me. Yeah, that's really everything. 2 bones. I bought 2 brand new bones for you to chew on, and she's very interested in them. You want to make sure that they're interested in them so they actually chew them on the flight. That's everything that I can think of right now. I'm sure I'll think of more things whenever I'm done filming. But I'm going to pack up her food right now so that can go. And then the rest of this, she almost got it. The rest of this is going to be going in my little book bag that I have. So I'll have everything with me and all good to go. And make sure you're organized and prepared. Make everything a lot less stressful. I'm doing all of this a few days in advance. It makes the whole process a lot less stressful. So that is everything we have for you guys. If you can think of anything else, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. But that's everything we can think of. And if you're just driving, it's a lot easier. You can just throw it on in your car. But if you're gonna be flying, I would totally recommend to read up on a lot of things, because there's lots of rules and all sorts of stuff. But that's everything we have for you. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next vlog. Bye guys.